Mary Ellen Mark is a world-renowned photographer. In 1940, she was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mark lived there for the next 25 or so years of her life. As a young schoolgirl, she was constantly drawn to art. Whether it was drawing and painting as a child or photography as she grew older, creativity had always been a part of Mark's life. After earning both undergraduate and graduate degrees from the University of Pennsylvania, Mark moved to New York City. Mark photographed political events early in her career. As time progressed, she began to focus on social issues such as homelessness, loneliness, drug addiction, and prostitution. Her photographs feature universal social issues. As an artist, it was important to Mark that people worldwide could relate to her photography. She constantly strived to capture images that moved away from mainstream society and toward its more interesting, often troubled fringes. Mark has been awarded numerous accolades for the success of her work, notably including 3 Kennedy Journalism Awards, as noted on her website maryellenmark.com and wikipedia.com. Mark's collections have been featured in galleries and museums around the world. Further, her work appeared in publications such as Life, Rolling Stone, The New Yorker, and Vanity Fair. She is an extremely distinguished photographer. This photograph is called Amanda and Her Cousin Amy. It was taken in Valdez, North Carolina in 1990. At the time, Mark was working on a series of photographs for Life magazine. Amanda is 9 years old. In my opinion, this photo is both extremely interpretive and ethically evaluative. It is interpretive because the viewer is left wondering why such a young girl is smoking. Where are her parents? How did she get the cigarettes? It is ethically evaluative because the photo sheds light onto the fact that Amanda has fallen victim to smoking at such a young age, as have thousands of children like her. Mark captures this image through black and white photography with a hint of background control to focus on Amanda. The soft light accentuates her facial features. This photograph was taken in February of 1976. Mary Ellen Mark stayed in the Oregon State Hospital, which is a mental institution, for 36 days to photograph and interview the women living there. This ethically evaluative photo shines light on a matter that many are uncomfortable talking about: mental disorder. As a person and as a photographer, Mark embodied the notion that honesty is the best policy. She always told her subjects up front her purpose in photographing them, and because of that was able to be very transparent with her audience throughout her career. This series is also very interpretive. Many will wonder after looking at these pictures what happened to these women and how they ended up on Ward 81. Are they being treated justly? Are they actually mentally disabled? Is the ward creating the mental disability? Mark most definitely leaves the viewer wanting answers. The black and white photography paired with soft light makes the photo even more powerful. The final photograph I have selected for this project is in a series called Streetwise, captured in Seattle during the 80s. This photograph is of 2 teenage boys and a gun, and it is titled Rat and Mike with a Gun from 1983. This series captures subjects who are unfamous. They are the kids of the streets of Seattle, battling insurmountable struggles. Another interpretive photograph, the viewer questions why the 2 boys have a gun. Is it for protection, or do they have intentions of using it? How did they get it? Again, this series brings attention to many different social issues, such as the easy accessibility of guns for minors, as well as the danger of the Seattle streets. This black and white photo also uses soft light. The boys do not have any sharp features, and they look as natural as possible, enhancing the reality of the situation. It's clear to see that Mark was dedicated to photographing the lives of those less fortunate. She captured the lack of and need for the amenities that most of us take for granted every single day. Her passion exuded through her work. Mark was known to live with her subjects for extended periods of time just to accurately capture their lives through her lens. She is an incredibly awarded and well-known artist. Her ethically evaluative and interpretive artwork is known all around the world. Mark never pitied the subjects she photographed, rather the compassion she felt for them poured into her work. Even though Mark recently passed away, her unique photographs will leave a lasting legacy to commemorate her life's work.